Welcome to the video lecture Nucleophilic Substitution Reaction. In this part I will discuss about the SN1 mechanism. As you have seen, the mechanism of SN1 reaction, first step is the C-Br bond is broken and a carbocation is formed. This is the slow step and this is the rate determining step. So heterolysis of C-Br bond forms an intermediate carbocation. This step is rate determining because it involves only bond cleavage. And the second step is formation of this bond, CO bond. The carbocation is attacked by the acetate anion, forming the product with a new bond. Here is, you can see a new bond, CO bond is formed, and the step is first. So nucleophilic attack of acetate ion on the carbocation forms the new CO bond in the product. This is a Lewis acid base reaction. The nucleophile is the Lewis base. You can see as it donates the negative charge, so it is a Lewis base, and the carbocation is the Lewis acid. Steps 2 is faster than step 1 because no bond are broken and one bond is formed. So key features of the SN1 mechanism are that it has 2 steps and carbocation are formed as reactive intermediate. Now the energy profile diagram of a SN1 reaction. It is a 2-step procedure. So this is the step 1, the transition state, forming the intermediate carbocation, which then undergo another transition state to the final product. You can see the SN1 mechanism has 2 steps, so there are 2 energy barriers. Activation energy EA1 is greater than EA2 since step 1 involves bond breaking and step 2 involves bond formation. In each step only one bond is broken or formed, so the transition state for each step has one partial bond. You can see here is one and here is another one. The reaction is drawn with delta H0 overall as a negative value since the products are lower in energy than the starting material. You can see this is the negative value. Now the stereochemistry of SN1 reaction. To understand the stereochemistry of SN1 reaction, we must examine the geometry of the carbocation intermediate. The intermediate, as it is a carbocation, so it is sp2 hybridized with 2 vacant p orbital, and the shape of the sp2 hybridized carbon, we know that it is a trigonal planar one, so all angle are 120 degree. So a carbocation with 3 groups around carbon is sp2 hybridized and trigonal planar and contains a vacant p orbital extending above and below the plane. So after loss of the leaving group in step 1 generates a planar carbocation, that is achiral. Okay, you can see if the starting material is chiral 1, after leaving the Br minus, the carbocation formed which is planar and it is achiral also. In step 2, attack of the nucleophile can occur on either side to afford 2 products which are a pair of enantiomer. So a nucleophile can attack from this side or this side. So if it can attack from this side, we will get this one, and if from the left one, then we can this one, and if from the right one, we can this one. So there you can see they are enantiomers, a pair of enantiomers, because there is no preference for nucleophilic attack from either direction. An equal amount of 2 enantiomers is formed, called a racemic mixture. We say that racemization has occurred in case of SN1 reaction mechanism. Here are 2 examples of racemization. You can see this is the first example. In presence of water, after leaving the iodide and ion, and after that water can attack and we will get racemic mixture, and this case also we will get a mixture of two enantiomers. So nucleophilic substitution of each starting material by an SN1 mechanism forms a racemic mixture of two products with water, a neutral nucleophile. The initial product of nucleophilic substitution is ROH2+, which loses a proton to form the final neutral product ROH, as you have seen here and here also. Now the rate. The rate of an SN1 reaction is affected by the type of alkyl halide involved. As the number of R groups on the carbocation with the leaving group increases, the rate of the SN1 reaction also increases. You can see the series with methyl primary, 1 secondary and tertiary. With the series, the SN1 reaction increases, the rate of SN1 reaction increases, and it is least with methyl and it is the highest rate for tertiary alkyl group. So 3 degree alkyl halides undergo SN1 reactions rapidly, 2 degree alkyl halides react more slowly, and methyl and 1 degree alkyl halides do not undergo SN1 reaction. This trend is exactly opposite to that observed in case of SN2 reactions, where methyl reacts faster and tertiary butyl group alkyl halides will react slowest one, because there is a the steric hindrance will operate in that case. But here carbocation stability is the part of the mechanism. So the overall we have learned kinetics of an SN1 reaction is first order, that is rate K is equal to concentration of Rx, starting material only. Mechanism, it is a two-step mechanism. Stereochemistry is trigonal, planar, carbocation intermediate, and racemization at a single stereogenic center. Identity of R, more substituted halides react fastest, and rate tertiary butyl group greater than secondary, greater than primary, and greater than methyl. So carbocation stability is the best part for SN1 reaction. So there are some reasons of carbocation stability. We can consider them. First of all, the effect of the types of alkyl halide on SN1 reaction rates can be explained by considering carbocation stability. Carbocations are classified, we know that primary, secondary, tertiary, based on the number of R groups bonded to the charged carbon atom. As the number of R groups increases, carbocation stability also increases. You can see why, but why? The order of carbocation stability can be rationalized through inductive effects and hyperconjugation. Inductive effects are electronic effects that occur through sigma bonds. Specifically, the inductive effect is the pull of electron density through sigma bonds caused by electronegativity difference between atoms. Alkyl groups are electron donating, we know that, so that stabilize a positive charge. Since an alkyl group has several sigma bonds, each containing electron density, it is more polarizable than a hydrogen atom and better able to donate electron density. In general, the greater the number of alkyl groups attached to a carbon atom with a positive charge, the more stable will be the cation. Another thing is that hyperconjugation. The order of carbocation stability is also a consequence of hyperconjugation. We know that what is hyperconjugation is. Here is the MO diagram. You can see hyperconjugation is the spreading out of a charge by the overlap of an empty p orbital with an adjacent sigma bond. This overlap delocalizes the positive charge on the carbocation, spreading it over a larger volume and this stabilizes the carbocation. For example, CH3 plus cannot be stabilized by hyperconjugation. You can see there is no CH bond or CC bond, but here in case of secondary butyl atom, here you can see this carbocation, this positive charge can spread over the sigma bond. Making this bond, making this positive charge stabilize the carbocation. So overlap of the CH sigma bond with the adjacent vacant p orbital stabilizes the carbocation. So the rate of SN1 reaction increases as the number of R groups on the carbon with the leaving group increases. The stability of a carbocation increases as the number of R groups on the positively charged carbon increases. You can see the methyl, this is for 1 degree and for 2 degree, and it is for 3 degree. So increasing the carbocation stability, increasing the rate of the SN1 reaction. Thank you for watching.